In the shadows, yeah. You know, you could just do me a favor and just sing it with me.
I will do it. Because if you keep singing it, I'm going to end up singing it.
Yeah. Okay, we're rolling.
Hey there, girl.
Okay.
Wunderbar. And welcome to a very special Take Two edition called Take Two, the Oscars, where we'll be discussing the nominees for the 91st Academy Awards and discussing who we want to win and who we think will win. And this is actually the special YouTube edition of this show. You're lucky you guys, you're getting something that the TV audience didn't even get. We're going to be discussing some of the miscellaneous awards we weren't able to cover in the television broadcast because of time restraints. So now we get free range to talk about whatever we want. And to join me in this is my very good friend and a person that got a freaking song stuck in my head since, what was it, Tuesday? Tori Santos from Tori's World on Power 98.
Middays
Tori.
from 10 till 2.
Excuse me, let's not do shameless plugs, okay? That's my job.
There's no shame in my game.
Go check out Shimmy Shack from 2 to 6.
You gotta stop doing that. She's not even here.
Shack, Power 98, we can bring the track back.
After Tori's World.
No, don't go there.
You know what? That's a nice pipe.
Oh,
Okay,
thank
could
you.
I ask you not to expose me to secondhand smoke, though? Tell them it's empty. Tell them it's empty. It's an empty pipe.
How do you know? How do you know?
It's just making it sound deep talking about movies.
Hey, I'm sophisticated, okay? As you can tell by the pipe and the jacket, I'm very sophisticated. All right,
so show
I even
them.
talk
Let's
with the
talk
pipe
movies.
in my mouth.
Oh, look, a movie.
What movie is that?
You know, did you know movies are moving pictures with sound?
What? I'm just kidding. Of
Okay.
course you knew that. So we are going to be talking about a couple nominees for the 91st Academy Awards. 5 in particular. Best Animated Feature, Best Song, Best Score, Best Supporting Actor, and finally Best Supporting Actress. So, Torrance.
Yeah.
I will give you the choice. We have free range to talk about either or of these 5 choices. Where shall we begin?
Well, like any other menu, I just go from the bottom. I'm sorry, from the top to the bottom.
I was about to say, you're going to be Drake, you're going to start from the bottom, and now we're here?
I wish I were Drake. I wish Drake. I wish he would give me money.
Well, you could just change your name to Aubrey,
Why?
because that's his real name.
His name is Aubrey?
You knew that. Don't lie to me.
I didn't know that.
You're
Not
lying.
everybody watched Degrassi.
Ooh, kill him!
All right, so let's start from the top of your menu there of Oscar categories.
Oscar Kelligwin? I love Kelligwin.
And the category that we're going to start with, what are we starting with?
Let's start, Tori, with Best Animated Feature. How about that?
Sure.
You okay?
Black Panther's on.
Hello?
Best animated. I love animated stuff. Cartoons.
This is animated, actually.
Shut up. That's
because
real
it
life.
uses CGI. That's
real life.
animation.
That all happened.
Best Animation. We got The Incredibles.
Okay.
Isle
2.
of Dogs.
Incredibles
Oh,
2.
yes, 2. Thank you. Thank you for the correction. The Incredibles 2, Isle of Dogs.
Island of Dogs.
Isle of Dogs.
Island of Dogs.
I Love Dogs.
Okay.
Mirai, Ralph Breaks the Internet, and Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse. I have seen all of these films minus Mirai, but I just discovered, and I'm talking to my anime fans out there, this was directed by Mamoru Hosoda. To anime fans, Mamoru Hosoda is also the same guy that directed Wolf Children, Ami, and Yuki. To hear that he was directing this, I was totally surprised. I've loved him, I've loved his work, and I'm so glad he's gotten nominated. Now he joins the ranks of a Miyazaki. So congrats on the nomination. Unfortunately, you have no chance in winning. When it comes to the Best Animated Features category, it's always either Pixar or Disney, or whichever film was the most popular that year. That's always been the case with the Best Animated Feature.
Sorry, are we even going to talk about the others? Because the only
No,
Pixar.
we can talk about
no,
the
I
others.
mean, because you are saying that it's probably going to go to Pixar, which is incredible.
It's likely going to go to Pixar.
Likely.
Because if their movie was mildly decent, they'll give them the award.
Yeah,
They
it
always
was
do.
decent. It was like they took part 1, they just like keep doing it, do more of that.
Do more of that. They
but
were
make it
put-
sad.
Put Mrs. Incredible in there and make there not be a lesson to her little journey. Okay, that's great, perfect.
And make the lady with the glasses babysit the kid. It doesn't make sense, but just do it.
Just make it happen.
Yeah.
Okay, here's some green money.
So we're hoping it's not Incredibles 2 because I'm hoping. Well, let's talk about Wreck-It Ralph first.
Yes.
It was a good concept, but then
Yes.
the whole they needed to stop being dependent on each other was that weird, or is that a good thing kids need to learn?
I think it is a good lesson, but I don't even think it's for kids. I think it's more for adults about moving on. It resonated more with me because to get a little personal, the story actually eerily resembles a situation I once was in. That I had to let go of a dear friend that now lives in what's going on here?
Consoling you.
Your hand is so cold though.
I'm dead.
It's supposed to be a warm touch. Either way, the story to me, at least the ending of the story, had a significant impact, and I thought it was beautiful.
Yeah,
that waving
that's true.
scene actually did make me tear up a little bit.
I'm gonna go play in this game now. Don't cry. It was so touching.
But you're right. It's not as good as Wreck-It Ralph. And I don't think
Yeah.
it deserves to win. You know which one I actually want to win?
Which one?
Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse. If we're going to talk about the one that needs to win Best Animated Feature, it has to be the one with the best animation in it. And by far, Isle of Dogs and Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse had the best animation of 2018, with Spider-Verse edging out Isle of Dogs. Just the unique visuals in that film, how the animation comes to life, how they combined both a comic book look with 3D animation. It's beautiful. And I mean, Tori. Hey. Wait, did you see Spider-Verse?
Your hands are really warm.
Did you see Spider-Verse?
I loved it. It was so
You
good.
didn't even get my reference.
Hey?
Hey.
What was that? That was you.
The scene, remember when he's talking to his uncle? He's like, this is how you talk to a girl. Hey.
Oh, that's right. That's right. It was just really weird
See,
when
now
you
I
did
look
it.
like I look like a creepy
This
guy.
is really weird. I can still feel your body. If the Predator were here, he would still see your heat on my shoulder. But I agree with you because it would have these flashes of animation, and then it would go to that kind of what would you call that? Where it looked like an actual comic book.
It had a comic book look, aesthetic, basically.
Yeah, and it was like quick too. It wasn't like, oh, look, a comic book, stuff it down your throat. It was like quick. It was transitions. It was little wordings, and then they threw in really good music, and it was just a fresh look at Spider-Man. Let's not forget about that because we've been looking at the same thing, and it was a different look.
Not only one Spider-Man, but Spider individuals.
There you go. It's so fresh that we're a lot of Spider-Man.
Who was out of curiosity, who was your favorite Spider
The
individual?
sexy one. The one that got his life together. The one that didn't die. The man.
Peter B. Parker?
Oh, they had different middle names?
Wait, which one are you talking about?
Okay, so remember the one that was like, he died. And then the other one that came back looked like the dead one, but he had his life together.
Peter B. Parker.
Sure.
Right?
Not the
one...
pig.
No, I said Peter
That's
B.
Peter
Parker.
Porker.
No, Peter Parker. No, you know what my favorite was though? Penny. Penny's my girl.
Penny?
I love Penny. If you're an anime fan, you love Penny.
Oh, that's why, of course. Yeah, that was cool that they
I need a
they
Penny
did it.
movie, guys. Can I have a Penny Parker movie? Can we make this happen? Phil Lord, Chris Miller. Hayako. Let's go.
I mean, the spider's in a robot and she's not Spider-Man.
It's so cute though.
It is cute though. Okay, I'll give you
So
that.
we're both in agreement.
Yes.
For Best Animated Feature, we want Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse.
Yes.
Awesome. So shall we move on to, your favorite, Best Song. So we got All the Stars from Black Panther. I'll Fight from, I just found this out, the Ruth Bader Ginsburg documentary. They made a song called I'll Fight.
Yeah, she's the one who's like, I like weird fashion and everyone likes my fashion.
I was wondering, what does RBG stand for? Ruth Bader Ginsburg. Oh, okay, that's interesting. The Place Where Lost Things Go from Mary Poppins Returns, which I don't
That's
care.
a new song?
I don't care for that one. When a Cowboy Trades His Spurs for Wings from the Ballad of Buster Scruggs. And finally, In the Shallows. In the Shallows.
I told you if he does this, I'm not gonna do it.
I'm in the deep end, watch as I dive in.
Okay, I wish I could leave,
never
but I actually can't.
reach the ground.
I actually can't leave, but can you please stop? So I introduced you to that song, and like I said,
I was driving somewhere and I was listening to her show. And she's like, "Hey guys, I got a song that's gonna get stuck inside your head like the Lego Movie 2."
I don't
and
sound like that.
She played that song, and now it's It's just running on repeat in my mind.
That me? That's horrible.
That was you.
So ever since the movie came out, the soundtrack came out, and they just kept requesting it. So it's been like the top song for a long time now. So you've been hearing it since Tuesday. I've been hearing it since since 2018.
And you're just sick of it.
Oh, well, you know, being a radio DJ, not to say it's bad, it's just that when you hear things every hour, you get tired of it. So, and then when you hear Tony singing it, it makes like you think that your ears are gonna fall off. Are they here? They're still here. Okay, let's move on.
So who do you think will win, and who do you think will win, and who do you want to win?
The place where lost things go.
Really? Why?
I don't know.
I don't agree with that at all.
Because they made it themselves.
They made shallow themselves. They made the
I think it'll be
when a cowboy trades his spurs for wings, they made that themselves.
I think it will be important for everyone looking for their lost socks.
I got bad news for you. You know who I think will win?
Who?
In the shadows. That's the one that's gonna win. Every A Star Is Born movie that's ever been nominated for Oscar, they are a shoo-in for Best Song. The last one that I told you about,
Barbra Streisand?
Yeah, that one for a song called Evergreen, which was in the movie.
Do they make songs for every
movie? Yes, they make songs for every Star Is Born. They make an original song for that.
Well, shout out to Lady Gaga and Rocket Raccoon. Honestly, I'm just glad that we play Oscar-winning music on Power 98.
But honestly,
97.5.
Honestly, you know which one I want to win desperately?
dial.
I would love For All the Stars from Black Panther to win.
Oh, you play that? We play that too, and I love that song.
It's a great song, and I would just love to see Kendrick Lamar win an Oscar. I love Kendrick.
Oh,
I've been following him for years. He's a wonderful artist. He's one of the best hip-hop rappers out there. So,
didn't he do a lot for the entire soundtrack too?
He did. He helped to compose it. He helped to produce it. I mean, he didn't do all of it, but he helped to produce some of the tracks. Just an awesome song. I hope it wins. That'd be great. But in all likelihood, it's going to be shallow.
Oh, well.
I guess you could say the Oscars were quite shallow when choosing the winner. What? Come on, that was fun. That was funny.
Look, water.
Best original score, we got Black Panther, Black Panther, Black Klansman,
Wakanda Forever.
Wakanda Forever, Black Klansman, If Beale Street Could Talk, Isle of Dogs, and Mary Poppins Returns. So, I think this is another one that's a shoe-in for Black Panther. Black Panther did have the better soundtrack out of all of these. I could see Mary Poppins Returns pulling an upset based off of its legacy alone. I hope it doesn't, because I think Black Panther was the stronger soundtrack. But what do you think?
I thought Black Panther was really the stronger soundtrack. So
Basically what I said.
Yeah.
Although, you know what? I have to give huge shout-outs to Black Klansman, which had a dynamic soundtrack. A lot of 70s influences in the music. I loved it, fit the movie perfectly. If it wins, I wouldn't be upset with it, but I think it's gonna be close between Black Panther and Mary Poppins Returns. Two more.
Okay.
Best Supporting Actor, here we go. We've got Mahershala Ali from The Green Book, Adam Driver from Black Klansman, Sam Elliott, A Star Is Born, Richard E. Grant from Can You Ever Forgive Me, and Sam Rockwell from Vice. I've not seen Can You Ever Forgive Me, so I can't speak on Richard E. Grant. So I'm going to just leave him out of this soliloquy. But this is an interesting category. There's a lot of people I feel like are well-deserving in this category. Mahershala Ali was really good in Green Book. Sam Rockwell surprised me as George W. Bush.
He was great.
I couldn't believe it.
Ooh, the dramatic scene where he had to do this speech about the war, and then you could see him, like, his composure just draining. That was really good.
It's weird because I'm so used to, like, Will Ferrell's impersonation of George W. Bush. I'm used to seeing other people. I'm used to Josh Brolin doing it. When I heard that Sam Rockwell was playing George W. Bush, I did not see it. He looked nothing like him.
He doesn't, yeah.
But the makeup department really did a great job. They need to win Best Makeup. We didn't get to touch on that.
Oh my God, they changed Christian Bale, yeah.
They need to win Best Makeup. That was some phenomenal makeup work there. And then the accent. I was surprised at how he was able to get his inflections down.
Yeah.
He knocked it out of the park. So I think it's between those two, Mahershala Ali and Sam Rockwell. I could see him going back to back because if Sam Rockwell wins this year, that would be 2 times back to back. He won last year too.
Wow.
So I think he has a strong chance of winning it.
I agree with you because he added the comedic edge that was lacking because everything was so serious. But then when you hear the way he portrayed the president, and it was just so good. But it was a serious situation, but he was very funny in it.
But let's also give some shout outs to Adam Driver, who did a really good job in Black Klansman. Not the best performance, but really good. You were saying?
Kylo Ren.
Why you gotta bring Star Wars in? This has nothing to do.
If you don't know who that is, that's who it is.
Man, my director, Raf Kalilaman from Saipan, doesn't even know what that is. But that's because Saipan doesn't have TV, so. You know.
He's been here for a while. He saw Star Wars with us.
He did?
Yeah.
You sure he wasn't just sitting in the car waiting for you guys to get out and driving back to the studio?
No, he knows who Kylo Ren is.
Oh, sure
and
he
if
does.
you don't, you should because they just wrapped their next movie.
I also want to give some shout out to Sam Elliott, who should win the award.
Sam Elliott!
Who should win the award for person who cussed the most in any Oscar film I've ever seen. It feels like every other line he dropped the F-bomb.
Why?
Remember? Oh, you didn't watch that one, right? You didn't watch.
Yeah.
No, he wasn't drunk. He played the brother of Bradley Cooper. I almost said Bradley Beal, the basketball player.
Rocket Raccoon.
He played the brother of Rocket Raccoon.
Yeah.
And every other line is like, I gave everything for this effing family. I effing loved you, man. I effing told you to not effing do that. Effing. Like, whoa. Now, Sam Elliott has always been an actor I never pictured cussing in my life.
Yeah.
So to see him dropping F-bombs left and right, it was crazy. But he actually gave a pretty raw performance. And it's not typecast. Usually when you think of him, you think of the cowboy movies. Mm-hmm. This is a different role entirely.
Do you know if the F-bombs were written in or he was doing that to express
it might have been to express the character. It could have been an actor choice, but I could see it in the script as well. I don't know. But it just surprised me to hear him dropping that many F-bombs.
Because maybe he wants to finally do it because he's been acting for so long. He's like, this is my chance. I know F words.
This is my chance to be as raunchy as ever, mother F. All right, so how do we feel about the best supporting actor? Do we both agree it's Sam Rockwell?
Yeah, let's give it to Sam Rockwell.
Let's give it to
him.
him.
Hope for Kylo Ren.
It's not happening. But to wrap it all up, Madame, would you read for me the best supporting actress?
Best supporting actress, Amy Adams, Vice. Marina de Chavi. Don't laugh. Do it again. Don't laugh.
Best actress, best supporting actress, Amy Adams, Vice.
And the nominees are... Okay, best supporting actress, Amy Adams, Vice. Marina de Tavira, Roma. Regina King, If Beale Street Could Talk. Emma Stone, The Favourite. And Rachel Weisz, The Favourite.
What is that accent coming out of your mouth?
They add the U.
The Favourite.
Favourite. The Favourite.
How much do you know about the Oscars? Like its history and everything.
I know that's it's been around for 90 years.
91.
I know, but it's not happened yet. It didn't happen yet.
Oh, why are we whispering? What's we whispering?
I don't really know much. I'm always confused. Like, why do they call it the Oscars and the Academy? And then why is it a person, like a naked person?
Well, I can't really go into all that detail because this would be an hour long and my director is already screaming from behind like, wrap it up, guys. Come on. So usually, in a certain category, if 2 people from the same movie are nominated, likelihood one of them will take away the award. And considering that both Emma Stone and Rachel Weisz are nominated for The Favorite, one of them are going to take it. I personally would love to see it go to Regina King from If Beale Street Could Talk. Regina King, aka Huey and Riley from the Boondocks. She gave a really good performance. I've heard a lot of great things about it. And just to see her win it, I would love that. I would really love that.
Why are you playing this like it's a game of blackjack where 21? You don't think anyone else is going to win? It has to be either of the 2 from The Favorite.
Well, but in Oscar history, usually people who are nominated from the same film...
It's a numbers game.
Like last year, the 3 Billboards in Ebbing, Missouri, you had both Sam Rockwell and Woody Harrelson nominated. So guess who it went to? Sam Rockwell from 3 Billboards.
I knew that. We talked about that.
But that's my point. Usually, historically speaking, when 2 people are nominated in the same category from the same film, one of them will get the win.
I would like to see win. Has Emma Stone ever gotten an Oscar?
She won Best Actress 2 years ago.
Okay, then it's enough, Emma Stone. That's enough.
Oh, you got one. That's all you get, Emma. You only get the one.
Just get the one. We offered you a snack, not the whole kitchen. What about the mummy lady? Rachel Weisz.
She has a name. It's not just the mummy lady. Rachel Weisz.
Vivian, that was her name.
Vivian?
I think it was her name.
Is that how you're going to refer to all the
Victoria?
actors and actresses in this? You're
Yeah.
like, from Rocket Raccoon is in Star is Born.
Yeah, don't tell them though, because if I ever meet them, I want to be like.
So who do you think will win?
Okay, so Amy Adams did really good, but I don't know. I heard that she wasn't in the movie too much, but she really took me out. She was not the boring Lois Lane. She was Amy Adams. She was Dick Cheney's wife. So
But
she
I
did
can't
good.
recall a scene in that movie that I'm like, wow, that was a really good scene from Amy Adams. You know, she did good. I
What
wouldn't
about the
say
part
she did
where
great.
she's like, "Oh, you don't want people to know about your sexuality"? I don't care. Remember that?
I actually do not remember that scene.
Okay, so I think that we'll say Rachel Weisz because she was actually really intense.
How about the girl from Roma? Do you think she has a chance?
I think so, yeah, because we've been doing like the artsy fartsy things are gonna get it, and you said that the actual actress was really good, so of course the supporting actress had to be good for it to be a good picture altogether.
She might be a dark horse, but I think it's definitely going to be between Emma Stone and Rachel Weisz, with possibly Regina King pulling an upset. Which, please, Oscars, please. If you love me, and I've been supporting you for years, if you love me, you'll give it to Regina King. Come on. I've supported you through thick and thin. I'm still with you now. So, anyway, I believe that's going to wrap it up for our special YouTube edition, our YouTube segment for Take Two, the Oscars. I would like to thank my guest, Tori, from Tori's World on Power 98. She actually will be joining us real soon in the next segment.
I told you if you said that this is over.
What?
Oh, TV you mean, the one I already did.
What? Raph, cut the cut. Okay, Tori, I think we've had enough. We've been getting on each other's nerves. I think we should wrap this up. What do you think?
I think so too. Wrap it up.
She is just staring at me with such anger and scorn. Well, anyway, that will wrap up our YouTube segment. I would like to thank my guest, Tori Santos from Tori's World, and check her out on the radio, Power 98, from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. I actually do really like her show. In fact, don't tell anybody this. I actually listen to your show the most out of everybody's shows.
Really?
It's true.
That's what everyone says.
It's true, though.
Thank you for
Raph,
listening.
Is it not true that I listen to her show a lot? Thank you, Raph. So be sure to check her out, show her some support, and then stay tuned. She actually will be joining me again as we talk about Best Adapted Screenplay, Best Actress, and Best Director. So thank you all for watching the special YouTube edition of Take Two, the Oscars. And stay tuned for our next segment coming up next. Why, hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to a very special edition of Take Two that I'm calling Take Two, the Oscars, where we're going to be discussing the nominees of the 91st Academy Awards, the ones that we really want to win and the ones we think will win. And joining me first off in this very special segment is my good friend, partner in crime, and loveliest lady in the office, Tori Santos from Power 98. How are you doing, Tori?
I'm doing great, especially with that intro. Thank you.
I know, right? I know how's the charms of them, as you can tell by this pipe.
Oh, yes. Expect a lot more of charming for this segment.
So are you ready to talk about some nominees for the 91st Academy Awards, which is currently hostless? Did you know that?
That's right. This is the show that has no hosts.
Which is a little disappointing, if I may say so. This is the first time since the 80s that they haven't had a host for the Oscars. How do you feel about that? I didn't get a chance to ask you.
That's a good question. Well, as a host myself, you can't really have an event without a host.
Agreed.
I mean, the last time they did it it was a disaster, right? They tried, it didn't work out.
I don't remember hearing that, but now you say that.
I heard there was an opening segment that didn't work, and of course, if there's no one to push the show along, it's not really a good show.
Well, maybe we should fly you out to LA, make them know that you need to host the show with Shimmy in the background doing her little dance in the shack.
Please do. I'll send my writer along.
See, Kyle, I told you I gave you a shout out, didn't I? Anyway, let's get to some of these nominees. We're going to be touching on Best Adapted Screenplay, Best Actress, and Best Director. Which one should we start off first?
Well, dealer's choice. What do you want to start with?
Let's do Best Adapted Screenplay. What do you think?
Sure, let's do that.
All right. We got, for Best Adapted Screenplay, Miss Santos, The Ballad of Buster Scruggs, Black Klansman, Can You Ever Forgive Me? If Beale Street Could Talk, and A Star Is Born. Now, out of all of these, I have not seen If Beale Street Can Talk, but it's from the same guy that did Moonlight. Moonlight was a very beautiful story. I have a feeling that If Beale Street Could Talk is also a beautiful story, and it's a love story. I'm a sucker for romance, what can I say? So, I definitely want to see that film. It has a good chance to win because Barry Jenkins won in 2017 for Moonlight. So he has a strong winning, but if I were to look at the categories, I think it can either go to Black Klansman or it can go to The Ballad of Buster Scruggs because the Coen brothers, Oscar darlings. The Oscars love the Coen brothers. And also they're one of the most talented screenplay writers in the industry. So it's between those three. If Beale Street Could Talk, The Ballad of Buster Scruggs, and Black Klansman. Now, if they give it to Black Klansman, there's a chance that Spike Lee won't win Best Director, which we'll get into that. But it was a really good script as well. What do you think of the nominees?
I think that, I don't know, is Moonlight the only picture you saw from the previous guy?
Yeah,
Okay.
he made another one, but he's only made about 4 films.
And those weren't hits? So you think he's got a rhythm and he's probably going to stick with it?
Well, he definitely plays more in the indie circuit. He's not like from the director of Iron Man, you know? He's not the blockbuster director. He's like, I want to tell the small, soft, tender stories.
Okay, I only asked because I didn't watch Moonlight and I heard that, I know it was a good picture, but I didn't watch it because the storyline was kind of weird. But so
Weird?
if you think, yeah, the storyline was kind of weird.
How was it weird?
I don't
though?
want to discuss it. That was last year. This year, we're talking about these. So you think that's why he's a contender? Oh, that's why you think? I don't know. That's old news. That was so.
It's
that
okay. You
was 365 days ago.
Which was 525,600 minutes ago.
Ooh, wow, musical reference. That's the movie guy Tony here. So I don't know. Let's just keep it tight on this conversation. I'm gonna go with Black Klansman because I did see it and I really liked the way the story, kind of flowed. And with the script, if it's not done properly, then you probably won't like the movie. And I really enjoyed the movie.
I actually thought the writing in it was very witty, very sharp. The dialogue was great. Some of those scenes, they were both intense and humorous. And I love the exchanges between Ron Stallworth here talking to who? Oh, is that you, David Duke? Oh, yes, I'm a fellow white man too. Gold right there with the dialogue. Again, witty, sort of intense, well written. Well, you know what? Because we are all about equality here, hit us with the nominees for Best Actress, Miss Tori Santos.
Ooh, me! I get to do the Best Actress. Oh, boy. Let's go ahead and get down to these Best Actresses. Of course, there is the film that I know that you and Polly X have been talking so much about, Roma, the actress there,
He
Miss
loves that film, doesn't he?
Yalitza Aparicio. Glenn Close, and that's from The Wife. We also have Olivia Colman from The Favorite, Lady Gaga from A Star Is Born, and last, Melissa McCarthy, and she is, of course, in Can You Ever Forgive Me?
Now, out of all of these nominees, I only seen 2 of them.
Okay.
So that would be, well, no, 3 of them. Because I saw Roma, I saw The Favorite, and I saw A Star Is Born. I must admit to you, Tori, Lady Gaga feels out of place in this.
Really?
Her performance was not that good. She overacted the heck out of her role, and I didn't like it. It just felt too dramatic, like she was trying too hard.
Overacting?
Yes.
Let's talk about this, because remember, they said they didn't want her in this role, but they gave it to her. And I heard she did pretty good. You think it was overacting?
You know what's interesting? So this is the 4th time now that they've done this movie. The last time they did it was in 1970 something. I think 1976. Editing Tony, put the date up. Thank you. Anyway, back to what I was saying. So 1970 something. You know who was the main actress in that film?
Who?
Barbra Streisand.
Really?
You know who looks like Barbra Streisand?
Who?
Lady Gaga. And I think, now they said that they didn't want her in the role. I don't believe that. I think they had her in mind. Someone said, nah, she's probably not that good of an actress. But they said, no. She looks like Barbra Streisand. I bet you she can act like Barbra Streisand. She can sing like Barbra Streisand. That's why I think she's a shoo-in for Best Song. But she's just out of place in the Best Actress category.
Why was she going on and on about how people, like only 99 people didn't believe in her and only the one did? And
I doubt that that's the truth. Maybe that's one of those Oscar stories to kind of get people to get on her side. Like, vote for me. I'm the underdog. I'm the what's the word? Like where some people didn't believe in you. I'm the sad story. I overcome the odds kind of thing. I think more or less that was her music career because people wrote her off in her music career. They didn't think she had a chance.
In the beginning, when she was doing her pop stuff.
Yes, but look at her now.
Yeah, exactly.
She's fabulous, and she's wonderful. But in this movie, she's just trying too hard. You know? What do you think?
I actually didn't see the movie. I wanted to see the movie, but I heard really bad reviews about it. And plus, I just believe in Lady Gaga. Whatever she wants to do, she can do it. You say she's overacting. Some people say she was amazing. I guess it's just great that she's nominated. I don't know if she's going to win, though. And she's up against Miss Glenn Close.
She's probably not going to win.
Why?
They always nominate Glenn Close, but I guess you could say she always gets close, but never wins.
Can you add in laughter? Okay, all right. So I don't know if maybe what's the actress from Roma? Do you think she's gonna take it?
It's between her and Olivia Colman. I think it will go to the woman in Roma. I loved her performance. Raw, it's real. It really moved me. I know that's a cliche word to say, but it did move me. I really liked how she brought her character to life. She felt like that character. And I will say Olivia Colman, her performance was very visceral and it's strange and bizarre.
Ooh, that's intense.
She had one of my favorite scenes where she's talking to her servant at the doors like, were you looking at me? Look at me, look at me, look at me. And he finally looks, don't look at me.
Oh yeah,
I love that.
Oh, and then when she was yelling at the kids for just playing music in the courtyard, that was...
Stop it!
Get out of here! I said you could play it, but you gotta go.
She was losing her mind in that role.
So that's gonna be your vote?
She's like runner-up. If it goes to the Roma girl, if it doesn't go to Roma girl, it would go to Olivia Colman.
All right, I'll say it, Olivia Colman then.
The biggest surprise is Melissa McCarthy.
She's a chameleon. What are you talking about?
That woman
I heard she
is
cried
so
a lot in
one-note.
this movie.
Just because that's pretty cliche. Crying?
She can fall on command.
This isn't a comedy, it's just a drama that she was nominated for. I don't know, I disagree. But now let's wrap this segment up by talking about Best Director.
Director. You say. All right, let's
we have Spike Lee for The Black Klansman. I'm not going to say that name from Cold War. It's so hard. Yorgos Lanthimos from The Favorite. Alfonso Cuarón from Roma. And Adam McKay from Vice.
All right, so Best Director.
I've seen all of these now.
Okay.
I've even seen Cold War.
Okay.
Good movie, solid movie. I don't think he'll win Best Director, though, but solid movie.
Okay.
What do you think, though?
I saw a few of these, and for directing, to execute it, okay, I loved Vice, but I don't think the director is where it shined in that.
The writing was what shined.
The writing shined amongst other things. I don't think it would be Vice. I don't know. Maybe it could be The Favorite because it was so dry, but also I didn't get bored.
I sort of agree, though. I think he'd be more of a runner-up. You think? You know who I think's gonna win?
Who, Tony?
Spike Lee, and it's a long time coming. This man has deserved the Best Director award for years. I thought he got snubbed for Malcolm X, which was still his best film in my opinion. And this is his second best film. His second best film.
Wow.
Okay. I
Okay.
love his direction in this film. I love his homages to classic 70s blaxploitation films. it was just a well put together film. He definitely deserves this award. I would say if he doesn't win it, I would give it to the guy who directed Favorite. But for me, it's a no-brainer. Spike Lee needs to win this. If he gets Best Adapted Screenplay, that's the consolation prize. And it really breaks my heart if that's the consolation prize, because he needs Best Director.
All right, well, I'll take your word for it, and I'll be on your team for this one. Go Spike Lee.
Go
get
Spike
that
Lee.
Oscar.
Go get that Oscar.
Yeah.
And speaking of which, we're going to be taking a quick break. And after the break, I'll be joined by my good friend and mortal rival, Paulie X from CAD FM, to talk more about the Oscars. We're going to be diving into Best Original Screenplay, Best Actor, and the biggin, Best Director. So sit tight as Take Two, the Oscars, returns in a bit. And welcome back to Take to the Oscars, a very special episode where we're discussing the nominees for the 91st Academy Awards, who we want to win and who we think will win. Joining me in this segment is my very special guest and mortal enemy for life, Paulie X from CAD FM. How you doing, Paulie?
Thanks for having me.
I feel like I've been seeing you so often these days. It's a weird feeling, you know what I'm saying? But I guess it was meant to be, right?
Sure.
So, buddy, are you ready to talk about some nominees?
I guess, yeah, that's why I'm here, right?
Where's your excitement, man? I brought you on this show and you're not even excited. You know what? Do you see what I deal with on a daily basis? I make this show for him and he's not even thankful.
Black Panther isn't nominated as much as I wanted to, so
I
would be more excited if it was every category Black Panther.
Every category? Even Best Actress?
Yes.
Oh my God. You know what? We're done talking about it. Let's actually talk about the real nominees. The real nominees, we got Best Original Screenplay. We have The Favorite, First Reform, Green Book, Your Favorite, Roma, and Vice.
It's not my favorite.
You love it. Remember that one scene dealing with the pipe for 8 minutes long?
It's my least favorite. For that reason. One, it's black and white. I don't think it's an epic. I feel like I've seen this a number of times. It just goes on and on and on. There's nothing, I hate to say it, but Roma, besides the scene, and I think that's why it got so many great reviews, besides the scene of her giving birth, there isn't really much else to take from it. And I don't think we're going to be watching this movie a year from now. I think we're going to forget about this movie.
I mean, I wholeheartedly disagree, but I hear your point. So I guess we both agree that it won't win Best Original Screenplay. But who do you think will win it? From the choices, you've seen most of them, right?
Well, yeah. Well, my opinion really comes from a place of just entertainment value, you know, and I know that's not how they judge the Oscars, right? So I'm probably not going to pick any winners, but based on the characters that are being portrayed, the Vice and the actors in it, and I love the storytelling. I think it's different from any of the other original screenplays. The way that it's being narrated back to me, I think that you can only count so many other screenplays on one hand if you're talking about the Vice.
Correct.
Some of the other screenplays, it's been done before.
Can you believe how far Adam McKay has come, man?
Sure.
He started off on SNL.
Yeah.
And he made a bunch of Will Ferrell dumb comedies like Step Brothers and the other guys. Not to say that they're bad. I love them. But to see him like as an Oscar darling is truly phenomenal. And did you know he is so far the only SNL alum to win an Academy Award?
I didn't even know that.
They never mention it because they always mention about Eddie Murphy getting nominated, Kristen Wiig getting nominated. No one mentioned Adam McKay. He's the first and the only SNL alum to win an Oscar. And I give him huge props for that. And this is actually kind of his category. He may steal this, although I have a sneaky suspicion, Paulie.
And I would have dusted the dirt off your shoulder, but you're about to make me mad.
It's going to be The Favorite. It is the funniest, well-written, wittiest script of them all.
I'm so upset with you.
It's so good, Paulie. I remember you and me were talking yesterday. I don't know what we were doing. I think it was we were in some kind of room doing something. And you were mentioning to me about how you thought the script was well written. You saw the poignance of it. And I was like, I've convinced you now.
No, because it's homework. It was homework. Oh. You asked me to do homework, and I did it. Unwillfully. I would have turned it off 30 minutes into the movie, but I couldn't because we had to do this segment. Okay. So I had to watch it all the way through. So of course I'm going to remember stuff like the rabbit, and of course I'm going to remember stuff like Emma Stone wanting to go get the medicine and whatnot. Of course I'm going to remember the fact that I feel that she was being genuine, wanting to help the queen, but then
which I disagreed
power and greed and all of that got in the way, and that overcame her. So of course I'm going to remember all of that because I'm being forced to watch something I don't want to watch.
I'm thinking in the back of my head, Paulie, like, did you do your homework, Mr. Suba? Yes, Mr. Watley.
That is how I felt about this movie. So why would I want it to win? It was forced on me.
Because it's a good movie. It's a good script. It's a good movie.
It's not my cup of tea.
But that's kind of funny you mentioned cup of tea. It takes place in England too.
Sure.
But you know what is your cup of tea? Best actor.
Best actor.
Shall we go into the best actor nominees?
Let's do it.
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, ready?
Calm down. What is going on?
Best actor, Christian Bale, Vice.
Okay.
Bradley Cooper, A Star Is Born. Oh, you want me to do it again?
No, I don't. Stop.
Willem Dafoe, At Eternity's Gate. Remy Malek from Bohemian Rhapsody.
You're creeping me out.
And finally,
you're creeping me out. No one's going to want to come on this show.
Viggo Mortensen.
You keep doing that.
Hey, let me finish. Viggo Mortensen, a.k.a. Aragorn.
Okay.
From Green Book. Now, I think like you, the only one I haven't seen
I know him from G.I. Jane. That's where I know him from. It was a great role. It was a great role, and I hated him.
We talking Viggo Mortensen?
Yeah, he was in it.
I don't even remember
he was a SEAL. He was like one of the people that trained her.
You want to talk
Demi
about forgettable movies? So let me just...
He trained Demi Moore to be a Navy SEAL. Yeah, that's what I mean, obviously I remember him from Lord of the Rings, but I also remember him from G.I. Jane.
You caught me off guard with that. But so I think we both can agree the only one that we haven't seen is Willem Dafoe in At Eternity's Gate.
Yeah.
Which I learned he was playing Vincent van Gogh, the artist.
Okay. For that, he probably will win.
No, he's not going to win. I would love to see him win, but I doubt it.
No, but a character like that, they'll probably just give it to him.
No, it depends on the push that you have, like the buzz you're having, and then you go from there. Now, I haven't seen a lot of buzz for him in that movie, so. But from these choices, who do you want to win and who do you think will win?
The Vice.
Christian Bale. I actually agree with that wholeheartedly.
Because
totally transformed.
Nobody does Dick Cheney's frown the way Christian Bale does and the way you do. Right there.
I'm never gonna apologize.
I am so sold on that role right there. How Christian Bale did that. He's done a number of different roles. What is it? The Machinist, when he
the Mechanist
lost all that weight, right? And
crazy.
And the other roles that Christian Bale has done, Batman, even he did exceptionally well. But when I heard that he was going to do Dick Cheney, I'm like, that's not going to work. And it didn't take long, like maybe 5 minutes in. I stopped thinking that was Christian Bale, and I was just mesmerized how it was like Dick Cheney playing Dick Cheney.
It was incredible. He got lost in the role. I totally saw him as Dick Cheney.
Yeah,
and you're right. That scene though at the end where he literally turns to the camera.
Oh yeah.
I'm never gonna apologize. I did my duty.
Yeah.
I thank you. I did know I did what's right.
That was amazing. Very House of Cards-ish.
Yeah.
And I do agree that this might be the role that, he might steal it. Or I guess not steal it, he earned it. But he might take the gold tonight, or that night.
Well,
I kind of want
that or Bradley Cooper.
No, he's not.
So then who?
What, he's gonna do it? Because I did Southern Twang and I was sad, drunk.
Who's gonna take it from Christian Bale? I can't see anybody.
Rami Malek has had a phenomenal 2 years. He was great in Mr.
That
Robot.
movie is so overrated, but we can't.
The movie's overrated, but the performance is really good.
But we can't talk about what they did before. I hate that.
True.
I hate when people get rewarded for something that they did before. You have to reward them for the role that they're in now.
So like LeBron James.
Right.
Oh,
exactly.
you're gonna agree with?
I will agree with you.
This is a monumental. Did we record this?
I will agree with you on that.
Did we record on this camera too? He just said that. The biggest LeBron James fan. I cannot believe. Let's shake hands.
You
on
have
this.
to reward them for what they're doing now.
I totally agree, and that's why I think Christian Bale will win it.
Yeah.
And now to the biggin. The biggin, ladies and gentlemen. Best Picture. We got Roma.
Nope.
Vice.
Nope.
The Favorite.
Nope.
Black Klansman.
Nope.
Bohemian Rhapsody.
Nope.
Green Book.
Nope.
Black Panther.
Yes.
And then there's one I'm missing.
It doesn't matter.
Wait a minute. Which one am I missing?
Black Panther.
I'm missing A Star Is Born.
Black Panther
is a pity nomination.
Has to win.
It's a pity nomination.
It's got everybody just excited to go back to the
Inception
movies.
did the same thing. And
Everybody's
did it win?
excited to go back to the movies.
Did Inception win?
I don't know. I don't care.
It didn't. It didn't win Best Screenplay.
It's not Black Panther.
You know why? Because it didn't get even a Best Screenplay nomination. At least Inception got that.
Well, because it's not. It would have to be adapted screenplay.
Here's how
Black
you know.
Panther would have to be on the adapted screenplay.
Here's how you know it has no chance in hell. You know why?
Why?
It has none of the major categories besides Best Picture. It's Inception. It's what's that one movie that came out last year? Not last year, in 2013, about Selma. It's Selma all over again. 2 nominations for Selma: Best Original Song and Best Picture. This is just it. This is it all over again.
But it's Black Panther.
That doesn't say anything to me.
It's so glorious. It got everybody excited again.
You know what will win? Roma. Is going to win just for that pipe scene.
We riot.
All he loves so much.
Roma wins, we riot.
Well, you're going to riot, really?
Just
like they did in the movie.
All of us
Just like they did. Remember the scene? Remember when it transitioned, it panned from left to right and it shows the riot outside
no one remembers because no one watched it.
You watched it.
Because it was homework.
Oh, God. Paulie, stop. You know you love that movie.
No.
Just admit it, man. I'll say this. Here's a dark horse. Maybe Vice might win. Would you
Nope.
take that as a consolation prize if Vice won?
No.
Fine. You know
Black
what?
Panther.
I think we're done here. I'm done talking to you about movies. I'd like to thank my guest, Paulie X from Cat FM, Wakanda Forever, for joining me in this Oscar talk. I'm still upset that he thinks Black Panther's going to win. It's not. Ladies and gentlemen, it's not going to win. It doesn't have a chance in hell to win. But I do want to thank you for joining me. It's always a pleasure talking movies with you. And do join us next week. We're actually going to do a follow-up after the Oscars is over to share our thoughts. I also want to thank my other guest, Tori Santos from Power 98, for talking movies with me as well. Thank you all for watching. This has been Take to the Oscars.
Calm down with that. No one's going to want to come back when they see
always,
that.
I'll see you at the movies.
That was disgusting.